Imagine pulling your phone out of your pocket and realizing that, without making much noise about it, it has started turning into something far more serious than a smartphone. Not just a better camera, not just a faster device, but a proper creative tool and a smarter part of a connected ecosystem. That quiet transformation is exactly what Samsung seems to be aiming for with the Galaxy S26 series. On the surface, it may not look like a dramatic leap, but when you connect the dots, it begins to feel like a carefully planned shift rather than a routine refresh. One of the most interesting pieces of this puzzle is video. Toward the end of 2024, Samsung introduced the Advanced Professional Video Codec, or APV. At the time, it felt like a forward-looking experiment, one of those features designed for a future that hadn't quite arrived yet. But fast forward to now, and that future suddenly looks much closer. LumaFusion, one of the most respected and widely used professional video editing apps on mobile, has added full support for exporting videos in Samsung's APV codec on Android. This is not a small update. LumaFusion is not aimed at casual editing. It is the kind of tool creators rely on for serious projects. With this support in place, it becomes possible to shoot, edit, and export professional-grade video entirely on a phone or tablet. The timing makes this development even more interesting. LumaFusion's APV update arrived just weeks before the expected launch of the Galaxy S26 series, and all signs point to these devices being the first to fully support APV video recording. That makes APV feel far less like a side experiment and far more like a cornerstone feature. In many ways, it is Samsung's answer to Apple's ProRes, a codec designed for high-end video quality while being more efficient with storage, reportedly using around 20% less space than competing formats. Beyond storage savings, APV is built with editing in mind. It supports 4K and even 8K footage, higher bit depth, HDR, and intraframe encoding, which makes scrubbing through clips faster and cleaner during post-production. These are the kinds of benefits that matter deeply to creators, not just on spec sheets but in everyday workflows. What makes this shift even more significant is that Samsung is not acting alone. Google has baked native APV support directly into Android 16, signaling that Android itself is stepping into serious video territory. On the hardware side, the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 is the first smartphone chip capable of handling this codec properly, and major creative apps like DaVinci Resolve are already getting on board. Together, these moves suggest that APV is not just a Samsung feature, but the foundation of a broader professional video ecosystem on Android. At the same time, the tools around editing are becoming more refined. Recent updates to LumaFusion focus heavily on speed and workflow, allowing users to instantly locate selected clips, apply transitions to multiple clips at once, or add head and tail transitions with minimal effort. These may sound like small quality-of-life improvements, but anyone who has worked on complex or messy projects knows how much time and frustration such refinements can save. All of this reinforces the idea that Samsung is quietly positioning the Galaxy S26 as a device built not just for consumption, but for creation. Beyond cameras and codecs, Samsung is also rethinking how the phone fits into everyday use through accessories and power. One of the most notable rumored upgrades for the Galaxy S26 lineup is the inclusion of full Qi 2 magnetic support built directly into the phone. This means no special cases, no awkward alignment, just snap-on accessories that work instantly. A leaked official Samsung accessory, the U25000 wireless power bank, strongly suggests that the company is going all in on this magnetic ecosystem. This compact 5,000 mAh battery snaps onto the back of the phone, stays firmly attached while moving, and even includes a built-in kickstand for landscape use. It supports standard 15-watt wireless charging, faster wired charging up to 20 watts, and 25-watt fast charging for the power bank itself. This single accessory effectively confirms that the Galaxy S26, S26 Plus, and S26 Ultra will all feature built-in magnets. That opens the door to a wide range of magnetic wallets, car mounts, and desk stands that feel cleaner and more integrated than traditional clamp-based solutions. While the rumored price of around €60 for a 5,000 mAh battery may seem steep, it aligns with Samsung's history of pricing official accessories that prioritize seamless compatibility over affordability. Of course, all of these upgrades exist within a challenging economic reality. Samsung is under significant pressure to manage pricing for the Galaxy S26 series, particularly the Ultra model. Memory chip prices have surged due to massive demand from AI infrastructure, with major companies paying several times more than before for high-end memory. As production shifts towards server-grade components, fewer chips are available for consumer devices, driving up costs across the board. Samsung reportedly wants to keep the Galaxy S26 Ultra around the same price as its predecessor, roughly $1,300, and avoid crossing the psychological $1,399 threshold in key markets. To achieve that, compromises may be necessary. While the sticker price of the phone might remain unchanged, pre-order perks could be scaled back. Popular incentives such as free storage upgrades or generous early buyer bonuses may become less common. In other words, the phone may cost the same on paper, but the overall launch value could feel slightly reduced. When all these elements are considered together, the Galaxy S26 series begins to look far more deliberate than a routine annual update. Samsung appears to be focusing on long-term strategy rather than flashy headline features, empowering creators with professional-grade video tools, building a cleaner and more functional magnetic accessory ecosystem, and carefully balancing pricing in a world where component costs continue to rise. It is a quieter kind of innovation, but one that could shape how people actually use their phones day to day. Whether that trade-off is worth fewer launch freebies is a question only users can answer, but one thing is clear. The Galaxy S26 is less about spectacle and more about direction. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more deep dives like this on upcoming tech and what it actually means in real-world use, consider subscribing to the channel. It really helps support the work, and it ensures you won't miss future updates as these devices officially launch and the ecosystem around them continues to evolve. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Rock it!